Everybody, welcome back to the channel, and I like the side of that very much. Yes, welcome everybody back to the channel. This was a one video. In today's video, let's talk one of the planes I've been waiting for the most to come out for the Microsoft Flight Simulator 2020. And everybody, of course, it's the MD-11. A bit of a mad dog, yes, from McDonald's. And well, yes, it is finally out now. It's been released pretty much today, just an hour before recording this video. You can now buy the MD-11 from the Sim Market store for 67 euros, which is a bit of a price, that is for sure. A bit of a price that also predicts a little bit of quality, which we apparently do get here. The developers of this simulator is Sky Simulations, who have the ugliest website I've ever seen. And so everybody, we have it now. I've got it installed. Let's take a bit of a look at this plane. Into the beautiful cockpit, for example. Or on our first sight, we can see, well, this is properly realistic. Most of the switches here that are important for the daily flying, they do work. That is very important. Obviously, I've never flown a real MD-11. I spoke to a person once who flew one once, before it was completely retired by Lufthansa. All I remember from this conversation is that the MD-11 sucks to land. Let's see if that is the case here also on the flight simulator. That would be important. Anyway, yes, about the cockpit, well, it seems pretty realistic. Nothing I would miss, maybe with the exception of the circuit breakers. So no, emergency, crazy situation training or anything won't really be happening, but that's kind of ridiculous anyway. We can activate a bit of a flight pad here, which gives us information about passenger config. This is actually kind of cool. So this is actually the weight and balance. I don't know what these symbols mean. We've got door controls here also on this iPad and ground equipment. We can load that on later. All right, here we got, this 3-seat cockpit looks quite good. Something we do not have is a cabin, right? We can go into this aisle section, but no, cabin is not drawn here, which is a bit unfortunate. Although it is drawn here in the outside model here of this plane. Once we go inside though, oh, there's nothing showing up. So nothing you would on the daily basis miss. This is an incredibly good model. Also outside textures, amazing. Landing gear. All right, that looks okay. It's not crazy 8K. Look at that. Anyway, come on, let's maybe do some flying here of the apparently hard to fly MD-11. Let's take off. I really like the MD-11 for so many reasons. I mean, first of all, look at this engine on top. It's ridiculous. This plane was relatively all right on power, I hope. Jesus Christ, I'm not taking out with any flaps either, so that's kind of my problem. All right, I might have overrun. All right, here we go. We are flying. Don't worry. Yeah, it's very nice. But the MD-11 also was built around a time like in the 1990s, early 1990s, when planes really were starting to become a bit more, well, uncool. As in very autonomous and autopilot. The MD-11 was just one of those last kind of very raw planes. It still got those screens here, but it's still a mad dog. This guy, I'm talking no sense. Anyway, this plane is nice. And also, actually, I think this model... Oh. Jesus, what just happened here? I'm trying to do some flight testing here on the model. We are quite a bit fast, but something I can very much tell is that this model is super agile. Like, look at that. Oh my god. This thing literally has the physics of a citation jet. Was that a thing in the MD-11? Not quite sure. Look at this, is going crazy. Also, something you can tell here is the beacon light, which is not on the plane. I don't know, that might just be a bug. This plane has, after all, just been released a few minutes ago, but that beacon light is very much annoying. They have to fix that. And maybe the fact that this plane literally flies like a stunt plane. Look at that. Check this out. A little unroll. No issues at all. All right. I mean, we are very fast, which is another thing that's a bit strange. How could we get to 420 knots? That is very fast of a plane. I'm not sure about the physics. They seem a little bit weird. Yeah, I don't know. I haven't really seen many MD-11s flying in Australia, but the fact that we're able to even gain some speed here in this state of flying is not very good. I mean, we even got flaps out. Literally the most unsymmetrical plane I've ever... Look at that. Maybe Alaskan Airlines should have flown the MD-11 a bit more. Anyway, maybe return back to the main point of this plane, and that is landing it, because that has been very much known as being a bit hard. Oh, that's been right into a house. That's been ridiculous. Oh! I've never seen a plane jump this high. All right, we might just want to work on the Great, this thing flies like a paper plane. Good. I don't know about the real MD-11, but this thing sounds like, you know, what they have in grocery stores? These carts? Like electric carts? Oh yeah, I remember that sound. I think it's annoying is that we can literally see that beacon light in front of us. That's ridiculous. All right, come on, let's come in for a landing now. The MD-11 definitely is not a butter machine, and that will probably show in this landing. Please don't crash. Why are we stalling? This one literally sounds electric. That's interesting. All right, that's been regularly all right. Come on, let's take a bit of a reverse thrust hit. Oh, what's a bit weird is that very quick nose jump. I'm not quite sure. This plane flies a bit sketchy, but what has worked very well? Oh, that's stop. Stroke. Although that's the first plane that doesn't have like any like engine information here in the outside view. That's interesting. Anyway, that's gone pretty damn well. There we go. That has been probably one of the better landings I've done in the past 24 hours. With the exception of that nose landing gear jump was a bit strange. But here we go, that's what I'm talking about. I mean, also look at that, beautiful flaps. Very interesting. All right, now let's talk a bit more add-on. Because for the 70 euros, we do get not only the General Electric version of the MD-11, but we get the Pratt & Whitney version, not only as a passenger variant, but also as a cargo variant. UPS and all that. And all these versions we get in tons of little liveries. And I like this quite a bit. All right, Monaskiathos. And welcome aboard the UPS and stuff. Oh, and yes, this does look like an MD-11. Maybe let's try to open the doors or something. Can we do that? Right, here we go. Open several doors here with a press of a button. There we go. Oh, that is what I'm talking about. I've actually not seen this much before on the flight simulator, where you can demonstrate a bit of a maintenance situation. That is so cool, especially here in the back. Yeah, if we can open the nose cone here, see, this is the weather radar. That's ridiculous. I like this. Anyway, something we of course have is the cargo bay door. Of course, we can get the cargo loader to come in. Oh yeah, this is serious. We're not joking. Got a little NPC doing some cargo loading work for us. Got no cargo. Oh, look. Even some cargo. That's actually the quickest I've ever seen. Normally this takes minutes to set up. There we go. Easy. All right, here we go. Let's get rid of all that here. All right, maybe now lastly try to start up this plane. I remember doing this once or twice here in X-Plane. So let's turn on external power. Turn on the battery right here. That's what I'm talking about. Get the IRS running, the inertial reference system. Oh yeah, that's a good sound. All right, turn on the APU power. Okay, here we go. Come on, APU bleed, turn that on. I think that's all we basically need to turn the engine on, right? So, all right, here we go. Start at 1, engage. Come on, do it. Yes. 1 compressor's coming up and 2 compressors coming up as well. So we have got some spinach in the engines. I like this very much. By the way, we've got some... The NPCs in the cockpit don't look bad. I don't hate this. All right, all the other engines are starting up. This is what I like to see. And well, on the first glance, cockpit doesn't look that bad either. Good. We want to open the cargo doors. Even though, you know what, that's kind of a Douglas thing to not do. There we go. We have this very strong reverse thrust. All right, let's take off here. There we go, on the runway. Get some flaps in here now. Let's take off the MD-11. There we go. Building up some speed here on this runway. We don't have much runway left. There we go. Bit of a almost tail strike. Now that was a tail strike now. Oh, we're dead. Great. Okay, that's not gone very well. I think this has been a very great review so far. So yes, what can we say about the MD-11 here? This is definitely a very nice aircraft. What can you say? I think this is quite fair. For those who are MD-11 fans, this is for you. So yeah, guys, thank you so much for watching today's video, and I'll see you guys tomorrow. As always, good night.